This is a kind of quiet level. I guess I'll go to one that's a little louder. Oh, well, oh, you're definitely. I'll just. This one should be good, I think. Yeah, this is a pretty loud level. so, yeah, just kind of bouncing on these, trying to avoid everything here.
4, 3, 2.
Hello, everyone. This is Speedrun Ragnarok 2024. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Alice Rajasu. I'm thrilled to be here and hosting for these first couple of runs and doing things like reading your wonderful donations to Take This. For example, we have $25 from Tom saying, for Natara to braid my hair. And then we have $10 from Racodactylus saying simply, meow. Yeah, and if you'd like to get your own donations in, you can type !donate in chat, and you can donate and I will read things off. So, we're going to get right into our first run here, and that's going to be Garbi with Sprites Are Wonderful. So, whenever you're ready.
Okay, hello everyone, I'm Garbi the Liftress, and and this is Sprites Are Wonderful. This is a Super Mario World hack that specializes in like just having a whole lot of sprites everywhere, and I find it just to be a lot of fun. It's sort of Kaizo-esque in nature, but yeah, I guess we'll just get right onto it. So I guess I can count down to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So the first, we don't go left to get the yellow switch. Normally a lot of these levels let you have a mushroom seal, have an extra hit, but I won't be getting that here because that takes a bit too much time since I have to beat both the levels later. But yeah, it's just about avoiding the sprites, because despite the name, they honestly are not the most wonderful. They can be rather mean, as a matter of fact. But there's the H. Would have been nice to keep that, but I hope I can still do this without taking a hit. Get it. One nice thing with the checkpoints too is that they give a power up, which is one of the few sources of power ups in most cases. So they can allow me to damage boost if I utilize them well. Okay. And okay, yeah, I can just kind of jump on that right there, and that's the first level down. That's also probably one of the harder levels too. The second one I find not that challenging, as I say right now, but they're mostly just edits to the original levels, but with a whole lot of sprites for the most part. And some of the later levels also get pretty creative with like having various like constraints. Like a lot of these have certain tiles that Mario can go through, but sprites can't, which has its way of making you have to really be careful about dodging them. H. And also there's also one thing that Super Mario has is a lot of generators throughout, such as like cheap generators, which will come into play in the next level. So hopefully I can avoid that. Those are probably one of the more tricky generators to deal with if you get a bad pattern, but here's just a lot of fish and such. And there's also quite a bit of good custom music in this hack too. Like it definitely does a great job at just having cool custom music. Like here you can just enjoy the Pictionary jams. And yeah, I'm glad I have a mushroom here because sometimes these cheeps and the Koopa for that matter can be in a rather tricky pattern. Okay, barely avoided fish with haste. Let's go. And I also really... Oh no. I want to keep the... I'd really like to keep this mushroom for the next level because it has a fishing boo, which is probably one of the more tricky enemies to deal with, since you can attack and you just kind of gotta avoid them. And it's also with a net, so I'll probably be focusing to make sure we don't take a death. So if you have anything you want to say, Alice, then feel free.
Sure thing. So once again, this is Speedrun Ragnarok 2024. We are once again benefiting Take This. If you're not familiar with Take This, they are a mental health nonprofit, and their main mission is to inform the gaming community about mental health issues, provide education on different disorders and prevention techniques, and reduce the overall stigma around mental illness. If you'd like more information about them, you can type in !charity, or you can visit their website, which is takethis.org. And if you would like to donate, you can type in !donate. I will read off your donations. You can put them toward incentives. We have a couple of incentives for the next run coming up, which is going to be Pokemon Puzzle League. So we don't have like a lot of time to get those in, because it's the very next run. So certainly take a look at those.
Okay, thank you for those words, Alice. And so the bosses are the same as in vanilla, except there's a bullet bill generator, so you have to hope that it doesn't generate like right near you as you're fighting. But there, it was pretty kind. It can be where it just does that, and you have to suddenly get out of the way. But for the most part, the bosses in this game aren't that bad. And that's the end of that world. So now we're moving on to this and the second world, and that world went well. Like I want to say that was deathless. That last level there can be tricky to deal with. It's with that fishing boo, but luckily if you just weave in the right way, it works out there. And this is a level where footballs and baseballs can just be really mean, so you have to be careful. And there's also a mushroom in that pipe, but it makes you go through a very long sub-level. For the most part, the sub-levels aren't generally worth entering because they're usually just a longer route to take, like they are. And they also just have harder like level design as well. It's lagging from all the main sprites around here, but okay, good. Let's go. There we go. And also, you may be wondering where the secret exit is. Wonder if that 1-up could be related to anything. So what that 1-up does, it gives you a 1-up checkpoint, which essentially gives you essentially is a way of making a checkpoint in the middle of the level by spawning a 1-up there. And that'll make me want to come back there later, because at the beginning of the level coming up there will be a route to the secret exit. And that 1-up checkpoint is also used quite a bit to make it so you don't have to redo the level when you're getting the secret after you get the normal exit, which is a nice thing with this hack. And generally this uses the vanilla like overworld, but it uses it in a really the levels are just auto-designed just so creatively. Like there you see that was like totally redone to be an auto-scroller, the subroom there. And everything. And this, I don't actually want to be big there. Because as you can see, this like kind of works out better when you're small, like this. And ideally, I'll be able to keep at least one of these mushrooms. Oh well, I didn't. That should be fine, hopefully. Goodness. And missed the amp, but I'm not sure if like getting a jump off the P-switch is possible with with the way this hack works, because I want to say I've never gotten one of those. But yeah, now since we got the 1-up checkpoint in that level, we can go back here, and that'll spawn a door that leads here. Okay, I'm gonna take this a bit. Really, you have to watch out for all the baseballs. Okay, I'm just gonna throw that right. Are you kidding? Oh well. I want to say that's my first unintentional death, so this is still going pretty well. Also, one trick that you can sometimes use in hacks that you can't in this is to scroll the sprites off the screen with L and R, but this hack disables doing that, so you just kind of gotta deal with all the sprites that try to get you, like the charge and chuck there and such. And this is also a kind of tricky level. Ideally, I'll be able to keep this cape for a lot of it, but that doesn't typically happen. I need to be holding the key, so that does change how it works, and also makes me move pretty quickly, so it's at least a pretty fun, like, water level. Just because you get to move pretty quickly with it, and it's fun. It's pretty satisfying getting just the dodges around here. And if you just have that happen the wrong way, you'll just drop the key. Heck. That is a little unfortunate, but oh well. Got this. Got it this time. I can just duck there and I'll be fine dodging that. And those charge and chucks are also a little tricky to deal with, so I generally just want to wait on them to jump to the left. Especially if I'm small like I was there. I think last time I got a little overconfident after still having the cape there, but that's fine. These cheap cheeks won't get me this time. Yeah. Oh, okay, that was a little scary. And now we're heading to the Donut Secret House. One thing, even if I did have a cape, I would lose it here because there's a power filter right there, so it forces you to be small. And the fastest thing to do is to carry this. I do need to hurry up a little bit there. Just because the... Okay, good. That part there, it's so easy to just die like right before the H. And here, if I'm quick, I can get it before the cycle. Good. One interesting quirk with the Boo Cloud generator there is that if you go past the screen, the initial screen where they spawn, they'll be there, but they won't be able to hurt you. They won't deal damage just because they don't ever intend you to be able to move fast enough to get past the screen, because I want to say the only other place that's used is in Sunken Ghost Ship in Vanilla. Yeah, the music in this game is really nice. And now we're going to be heading into Star World, and this is why I needed to get the green switch, because these levels require it here. Like, at the very beginning, there'll be a cape here. Which I need to use to break that. And the way this works is I want to get the coins in a particular way so I can make a bridge to get back up. And also be sure to get rid of the coins near the secret exits. Oh, I did not want to get those too, but that's fine. I can just, like, get Peace Beat a little earlier than I would have. And this next level is where I need to do a sticky fly to get the secret exit with the cape pump. So if I dive down and then cape pump under this at the correct time. Good, yes. So I'm just gonna be kind of going under here, under all these death blocks, and if I was trying to get the normal exit, I would need to weave my way through all of those, and it's probably one of the more tricky secret exit or normal exits to get in this, but for the secret you just need to do a sticky fly, so, which can be tricky considering all that you have to go through, but I'd say it's definitely easier than the normal exit. And here the bullet bill generator needs to be kind. That been a bit later. No, that won't work, unfortunately. trying to get this to work. That it's also if it just you just kind of gotta rely on it. It's and also need to be sure to get high enough up in the air to get this to work. Oh, and not just spin into it accidentally like I did there. Okay, this is good. Now it's not. I tried to just get... Maybe I can still salvage this if it goes well. I tried. I tried to say that. This is kind of just how this level can be if the bullets don't spawn in the right places at the correct time.
Yeah, this looks really tricky.
Yeah, luckily it worked out there. Yeah, you just kind of gotta hope the bullet bill generator spawns high up enough that you can either dive into it or just jump on it like I did there. So
Nice.
thanks. So Star World 4, this is kind of a cape run level where I just kind of need to get through this. It's one of the easier levels, although it does kind of require keeping your cape. So if you get hit, you kind of just need to reset it. And you can spin fly through that, but it's a little faster to just cape pump since you don't have to worry. Since you don't have to wait on those to fall, the swamps to fall. And now we're heading to the final level, so this is a long one here. It's a 9-room castle with no checkpoint. So if I need to go through all 8 rooms of Bowser's castle with a bunch of additional sprites as you'd expect from this hack's name. All these wonderful sprites, but it's kind of probably the longest level in this hack, at least in this run. So hopefully it goes okay. There is at least a cape after room 4. You can also get a fire flower if you have the red switch, but that's usually not useful anyway, so it's not a big deal. I don't have that. And also you'll also notice there's not an inventory box in this hack like in vanilla, so you can't have like 2 power-ups at once, which makes it a little bit more of a test of endurance here, because I can't just have like 2 power-ups and be able to kind of just tank certain sections like I would otherwise. Okay, good. I don't even need the cape here. So far this is going pretty well. Room 7 is probably the most tricky, but room 6 can also be a little brittle if I don't do it in the proper way. It was also probably the hardest room for me as a kid too. On vanilla anyway. Unfortunately I woke that up by swinging too close to it, so I just need to use my kite there. Okay. Oh no. This is not what I want to have happening. Good. I'm just gonna kinda oh no. I was so scared that power was gonna get me. Yeah, those statues can be tricky too. And there's also gonna be a checkpoint after this room, so and also time's gonna be after I enter the pipe. Well, wait, no, never mind. It's after I cross the goal type of this level, because there is a goal type. There are credits in this hack, but they're in the final level, which I think is really neat. There isn't a Bowser fight or anything here, So, just after I finish the dark room, that'll be the end of the run. Well, the dark room and the credits too, because that's a separate room. So I just kind of need to be careful. The ninjas here can have little strange hitboxes. Like, I think it happens most often if you're moving up when they're also moving up. Even if you are above them, you'll take damage. So I need to watch out a bit. So, okay. And there we go. That's the run, and so there's just these credits. And after I get to the goal type of this, these are just all the awesome people who worked on this. And New Pointless made this, and he's also made a lot of other awesome hacks. So I definitely recommend checking out just all the hacks on SMW Central and stuff. And so time's gonna be after I cross the gold tape here, and time.
GG.
Thanks. That was pretty good. Do you see? What was the time on that? Do you know?
I'm seeing 20 minutes 40 seconds.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's go. That's a pretty solid time. This was a good run, and I think there were only a few deaths kind of in the middle, and in Donut Plains 1's Secret Exit and Donut Secret 1, but as a whole this was pretty good, and it was a lot of fun to show this hack off. It's a really great hack. I only showed off the 14 exit category, but I recommend checking out the whole game. Like, just with all, it's definitely just a really intense experience, but it's a lot of fun, and recommend checking it out.
Yeah. That was a really cool and impressive run, and I think we all enjoyed it. I think that was a really cool way to kick things off. I'm gonna go ahead and read off a donation, actually, because we got some love for you in the donations. We got $5 from Lady Ariana saying, "Sprites are wonderful, being run by Garbi is wonderful, and being hosted by Alice is wonderful. What a wonderful way to lead off Speedrun Ragnarok."
Aw.
Thank you for that.
Aw, thanks.
Yeah. And, yeah, remember, you can put your donations toward incentives, including for this next run, which is going to be Pokemon Puzzle League, and, yeah, you can get in on some cool prizes that I'll be telling you about later. Yeah, Garbi, any shout-outs, anywhere we can find you, anything like that?
I guess I stream it at Garbi the Glitterist. I don't stream that much these days, but if I ever get back into it, then you can find me at Garbi the Glitterist on Twitch, and I'm also I think I'm also Garbi the Glitterist on Blue Sky as well. So yeah, thank everyone for watching, and I'll also say shout outs to New Pointless. This is for making this. This was probably this is probably one of my favorite hacks, just because it's so fun to just run through and try to avoid all the sprites that try to get me. But thank you. But I guess I'll throw it back to the host now. Thank you.
All right, thanks again so much for that run. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back with Tayman and Pokemon Puzzle League. So if you like Pokemon, yeah.
It's on the animation screen.
I'm switching it over now.
Okay.
Yep. Go forth.
Okay, I'm gonna